Hey, good evening, morning, whatever the hell time. I don't know what 2 a.m. qualifies as. Good night? You don't say good night as a greeting though. You don't show up, you know, for dinner and say, oh, good night. You don't say that, that's silly. Good 2 a.m. Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's just specify the time, like the exact time from now on. Oh yeah, good 8 a.m., good noon. Why do people greet each other with the time of day? I mean, yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Because I'm thinking, when you say good morning as a greeting, are you, like, assuming that they're having a good morning? Or are you saying that you're having a good morning and hoping they exchange the favor? Well, what is the social layering of good morning? I'm very curious now. You're wishing them a good morning. Okay. That seems like a weird first thing to say. Like, imagine, like, it's like you say good morning and somebody's just having the worst morning of their lives. Like, hey, good morning. No, it's not a good morning. Yeah, I've been on both ends of that. I've been like, it's been like good afternoon, and it's like, oh, you don't even fucking have a clue. And I've been on the other end, but alright, let me switch over to the layout here. Hey, nice, it worked. Oh my god, the lighting's all fucked though. It's like my mic's right in the way of the light. We'll get this. We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh no, we're still not. No, we aren't gonna get there. Really. That's a little better. Anyways, hey, morning. Evening, morning. Hey, what's up? I do hope you're having a good one. Or as good as you can. Hope staying in isn't ruining your mind. I mean, we're all used to it, I think. To some extent. You know, we're all pretty used to that to some extent, but like being told you can't leave, that's the kicker. That's the kicker. You don't get the, are you an essential worker? What do you do? Panera. Fuck off. Panera. Oh my god. That's bonkers. I hope your shit gets sorted out soon or something. I'm sorry. I'm just a blanket, like, I'm sorry for everybody dealing with bullshit. We're all we're all feeling it to some extent, some more than others, and all I can do is empathize. Life is over, we're entering life 2 now, and the transition stage is very weird. What's Panera? It's a bunch of shitty bread and soup and stuff. This light, I swear to fucking god. Yeah, sure, that works. Yeah, laundry carries over to life 2. Yeah, that's part of the sequel for sure. Hospital. Oh, that is an amazing description of Panera bread. I never understood the appeal. I never got it. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know what the hell's going on tonight. Oh jeez, hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm full of energy. Probably doesn't seem like it, but full of energy. Gotta do something. Might as well turn on the stream. So we got a few things I guess we could do. One, I could turn on all this shit and we can do some kind of stuff with it, some kind of sound stuff. I could get back to Mega Man because I stopped it like in the middle of Mega Man 5, and it's been haunting me since. We could check out, a couple streams ago I mentioned I would stream the soundtrack to Oh Dear because that's not available anywhere, and I just got the CD from a friend in Japan. Yeah, we could do whatever. We could do whatever. It's up to you. I don't have my vote thing set up right now, so I can't say like vote on it. I feel like maybe I should try to make something first. Make that the first stop. Try to make something, probably. But you know what? Let's do that. Let me just set up a recording here. Retrospective. I was thinking about it for like 3 seconds just now. I was like, oh, I could do that. Because like I keep doing it. I keep saying we could just go right there right now. We could just start doing it right now, but we're not gonna. No. Nope. What would I even make right now? What am I feeling? Maybe I'm not feeling that. Maybe I'm not feeling that. I took one look back here and I realized I don't even know where I would start right now. So that's that, I suppose. Maybe we could do the retrospective, you know? Well, nobody is here. So yeah, I do still have the Kitcaliber stuff to go through for the retrospective, which is why I had it set up there. I think I wanted to cover just about all of Die-Freak Crush and Neverland Sound Girls. I think I wanted to cover all that. So we could do that. We could do that. We could do it if you want, if you're feeling that, if you're doing, if you want that, if you're feeling that, if you. What about this Broken City? I don't really have anything to say about it. Really, it's just it exists. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. We can do that. Let's do that. Okay. Hey, hi. Hi, hey, hey, hi. Yeah, so let's... Yoop. Oh, can I be bothered to reintegrate the webcam into this? No, I don't think I can right now. So, I'm just not gonna. Let me just make sure I have the cover stuff set up properly here. Yes. Okay. Cool. So yeah, if you haven't caught one of these retrospective sessions before, we just... Man, my mic is so fucking quiet. We just we just listened through the record, and I pretty much field any questions possible. Sometimes over voice, sometimes via text. What is wrong with the chat window in there? What is... Why is it like that? Okay, well, I can't be bothered to fix it this second, I don't think. Margin, wait. Oh, wait, I got this. I think. Okay, maybe that'll help a bit. We'll find out. Quick, flood the chat. Oh yeah, emotes don't show up over there. They just in the chat, or they show up in the window. Keep it here. I'll do it too. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Okay, that's fine. It's not quite as cut off. Okay, cool. So yeah, yeah, like I said, we just listen through it, and I field what questions I can about the record, or the stuff surrounding it, or whatever. Could I nudge it up a teeny bit? I can try, I really don't know. Yeah, I really don't know why it's... Okay, let me, okay, I think we're good. Alright, so yeah, if you got any questions, ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. Not every question is answerable, or will be answered in general, but I will do my best. Okay, that should be okay for volume. Okay, cool. So here's this record, 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁. Something I want to say right out of the gate about this one is the cover, or at least like the logo, is inspired by one of my favorite Saturn games, although I guess technically it's an arcade game. Guardian Force. Love this game. Super cool. But yeah. Not an exact style copy, just very inspired by it. Alright, cool. Let's dig in. And yeah, feel free to ask questions, and I'll do what I can.
In the year 2001, our connections are shut down. Team Groundhogs was sent against the enemy force. Michael Shay's focus. Groundhogs was destroyed. Operation Hilldive was a failure. Without any resistance, we are only two, but we are armed with skills that training does not amount to. We are armed with vision and audio. Directive. Frequency crusher is now active.
I thought it might be helpful.
helpful to go back where we begun. I thought it might be safe to stare into the sun. I thought it might be helpful to go back where we begun.
Yeah, so the lore is pretty vague. 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 is like just a silly extrapolation of the RIAA, because I am constantly obsessed with copyright war, and it's just all branched off from that in various ways. So the lore is like vague but dystopian. The most recent addition to the lore, so to speak, is that they quote-unquote exist outside of Haley Labs, like somewhere out in like the wasteland. But that's about it. And as for the guitars, on this record, they're almost all, or at least, or are they just... Yeah, I think they're all just Vengeance rhythm guitars samples, just time stretched and pitched around. But in the next record, I switched to using a couple Kontakt libraries and synth guitars as well.
Destroyed at a time. Operation 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁. Destroyed at a time. Operation 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁.
Okay, so a couple fun things. One is, I'm actually going to pause this for a second. One is that if you do play shooting games, STGs, whatever you want to call them at all, the entire Kitcaliber lore and like the song titles and lyrics is just like littered with various little like references to them. So that kind of became like a jumping off point for a lot of it, just various like, you know, phrases, titles from that genre of game. It's just like all sorts of stuff you can pull from. Also, that guitar line, I think it's oh my god, is it Freak on a Leash? I think it's Freak on a Leash, just like gated really quickly, but yeah.
Destroyed at a time. Operation 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁. middle of a rainstorm, waiting to be struck.
Am I inspired by anyone? Yes, Kitcaliber was originally just like my extension of Mad Capsule Markets. That's most evident on the first record /EP /whatever, and it eventually kind of branched out to be a little more than just that. But yeah, Mad Capsule Markets, like 1,000,000%. They're like one of the driving forces behind me making music at all, and it's this is like kind of just like, since they have long disbanded, they're doing their own things now, but yeah, very much an extension of them.
We will act immediately on the more troubling aspects.
This is one of my favorite cuts on the record. I don't think it's a fan favorite, but I really like this one.
And readiness of individuals for space flight.
Yeah, hi. The guitars on this record are Vengeance rhythm guitars, which are just some loop packs. They have like bars of like open and closed power chords for each note, so I just like sequence those. After this record, though, I started using 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁 and various like synth solutions with Guitar Rig. And in the newer stuff that I'm working on, or like that I released rather, I would like to work on more, but those are back to the Vengeance samples, but put through like direct sound distortion. Oh, the vocals? No, those are me. It's the lyrics are adapted from a 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁 track. They just performed in the style of and processed in the style of 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 from Mad Capsule Markets. Yeah, and that entire track is adapted from a track from Summer Carnival '92 𝓔𝓶 on the Famicom. If you want to check out an album from Mad Capsule Markets, check out OSC-DIS. It's OSC-DIS, Oscillator in Distortion. It actually got a Western release from, of all companies, Manga, and one of the tracks was featured in Tony Hawk 3, Pulse. It's a fantastic record. And when I was a kid, I pretty much begged my mom to import it for me from, like, I forget, like through like Amazon, I guess, but or like some early like CD importing service online. After reading about it in a magazine, where I'm like, I gotta hear this, because I was like, I don't know, 11 when it came out, so.
Back up, clean data, and disinfect the dead. 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 Back up, clean data, and disinfect the dead.
So this track is an extrapolation of something that was written for a game project, Cool Universe, that I was working on with 𝓔𝓶𝓶. It was the boss music, and when that fell through, I kind of expanded on a couple of the tracks, and this is where one of them wound up.
Back up the clean data and disinfect the dead. Back up the clean data and disinfect the dead. Back up the clean data and disinfect the dead. Back up the clean data and disinfect the dead.
Alright, so yeah, the next track, Radio Dreamin', I would say probably like the fan favorite. Most people seem to really like this one. I know it's probably my favorite on here, and definitely, you know how like on the Quick Brown Fox records, like the end of each record has very much led into the entire like sound of the next one, very inadvertently, maybe. How it's just like that became the blueprint for the next one to build off of. I feel like Radio Dreamin' is that for this, and Neverland Sound Girls branches off of this track instead of the rest of the record. But maybe that's just how I see it.
Where we were on top again. Our expression was only ours by the end. And I feel like this could be the thing to heal the weak. And I feel like we actually are the thing we seek. And I feel like this could be the thing to heal the weak. And I feel like we actually are the thing we seek.
Yeah, there's that. Still holds up. I think it holds up quite well. A little rough around the edges here and there, especially like just like the general balancing and mixing of some elements, but holds up. Okay, so I said I would show you some Mad Capsule stuff quickly, just so you can kind of contextualize this. Let me hop over to here. I guess to that, sure. That's not what I meant, but where's the desktop? There's the desktop. So let's see, what are a couple like really just like perfect, no, I don't want that. Couple really important ones to skim through, like I guess Pulse, All the Time in Sunny Beach, MIDI surf is a huge one. Chaos Step and Gaga Life. Yeah, we'll just like skim these quickly. So here's some Mad Capsule stuff so you can kind of hear what I was like pulling from. Because yeah, these guys like inspired so much of what I do. So I'll just skim through a couple of these here. So the only place you can really buy it now is iTunes Japan. If you want to support their current stuff, their vocalist Kyono releases work under Kyono now, and the bassist slash producer slash main songwriter Takeshi Ueda is kind of all over the place. He did a track for like Ridge Racer, he produced for Baby Metal, and Beast's brand new Idol Society. He's got his own project called All Animals Are Equal. He's everywhere, like he's unavoidable. But as for the Mad Capsule stuff, it's just kind of like, if you want to get physical copies, keep a lookout on Surugaya Japan, and just like import them. A little while ago, I imported all the ones I was missing to do like a full discography archive and like scan all the booklets and everything. But yeah. Very important band. You can probably tell immediately that just like, yeah. Alright, let's cover. Oh no, how do I change this? Intro cover. No, that's wrong. Oh yeah, so before we start, actually, this is a great point to start on. Some of you might remember the logo used to be like different for this album, and it got changed at one point. This was what it was originally, and it got changed to this, which I think is better. But yeah, it got changed. And the reason was because the original logo was in the font from like Sunset Overdrive, which I actually didn't realize because the font was just like licensed for free or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, I like that. so I'll use it. And yeah, I got a C and D from 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 𝓔𝓼𝓼𝓮𝔁. And it was the weirdest fucking thing. Yeah, they tried to make all sorts of connections, like, oh, it's clear they know what they're doing because there's a track called, like, Go Overdrive and blah, blah, but it's like, I don't... All the tracks are named after, like, audio effects. What are you talking about? Yeah, because of the point of the album. Now, when this got a physical release through CreateSpace, I changed the cover again to be this. So it's been through a few iterations. Well, yeah, let's hop over here and have to change the fucking album again. Album art again. God damn it. Okay, there's that. And where's the disc? I swear to God, I swear to God, I have disc art for this. There it is. The little like Dreamcast GDR. Oh, I guess this might be of note as well. Let me grab it quickly. I never know if this stuff is like interesting or not, but here's like a work in progress of this. The title was just stand-in randomly generated from like, I forget where, but yeah, randomly generated just to fill space. So there's a work in progress of that. And here was the first public one I showed for like one of the uploads. But yeah, so let's dig into Neverland Sound Girls. I'm going to be doing the original master of it, not the remaster. I like things and don't like things about both versions of them, but I think the original is probably the definitive, which I think is currently the one you get like on Bandcamp. I know I include both of them, but I forget which is like the default, like which is the bonus and which is... I should probably find out. Oh, okay, yeah, I just put it back to the original master, I think, but either way, yeah. Cool, so let's dig into this one. I know for a fact I'm still really happy with this, as short as it is, so yeah. And again, as always, any questions, hit me with them, and we'll see what I can do.
Fighter's log. A relevant time. A relevant date. Ricochet has been destroyed. There is a new threat looming. The distorter will change the world's sound. It must be stopped. We must retain control.
That's actually a good question. Are the names in the special thanks relevant to the lore? If you look at this album's page, there's like a ton of just like code names in the special thanks. And no, I just asked a bunch of friends to pick a code name. you know, just kind of like to suit the theme. The vocal sample in Snares of Jericho. Actually, wait, hold on a second. Where... I gotta cross-check what you mean, because I don't even remember. Was the single version, like, different? Oh, when I was working on it? Oh, yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, I have no idea.
It's time to turn my bypass. You let the signal
Oh no.
magazines talking about me. If you don't have me, you aren't cool, so get me now.
Alright, that's over. What? My follow notifications, there is like a random picture and like, you know, it's usually one of my characters, but there are two rare ones, or no, three rare ones. One is is a bunch of plushies I have, and it says, "Yo, man." Another one is that Alfred Chicken one, and the third one, which is the rarest one, is the dud from The Simpsons, and it comes out, so it says, "You got the dud," and there's explosions and air horns.
Anybody after that?
At this point.
Alright, so for those not in the know, however many of you, this song is adapted from a song from like 2000, God knows when. Oh my god, where the hell did I put it? Yeah, adapted from a song from well over a decade? No, not well over a decade, but some years before, which was a kind of like joke collaboration with a friend, under the name Poochie Polyp, called Drive By Dinosaur Unbirthing. Here's what that sounded like, if you haven't heard it. So, yeah, that was like 2007? I don't know. Either way, grotesquely ahead of its time. I feel like that kind of like thing is only happening now in other music, which is surreal. Like, but yeah, so that's what Million Shards is adapted from, because I just love that chorus so darn much. So that like guitar effect pedal solo there, you can hear me revisit the idea on Diving Again Blinding Blackness on 2 Year, and in both cases it's derived from listening to a lot of Melt Banana. Fucking love Melt Banana.
feel. I want to go to where it's real.
Yeah, so there's Neverland Sound Girls. I guess any other questions or whatever, I can take those. Yeah, still really happy with that record. I feel like if I had to change one thing on this record, if I had to pick something to change, I would actually get rid of the end and just let Home be the, because it feels kind of like there's two closers and one is stealing the other's thunder, and I think Home is the better of the two. Definitely the more thematically appropriate. So yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, I also like the original version of the end. I forget why I very quickly, I forget why I decided to toss this version on here or even do it in the first place. I think I felt like the album wasn't long enough, because without it, it's 27 minutes. So maybe it was just like, oh, I gotta put something else on here. But, yeah. Do I usually pick the color design on my album covers? I do all the graphic work. I'm not the illustrator, but I handle like design, any visual direction, stuff like that. So in that sense, yes, but I usually kind of like bounce off of whatever the artist ends up doing. And I tend to give the artist kind of like free reign. Will the Ratine vinyls get delayed? As far as I know, no. Not yet anyways. The production is like basically every like media production place is kind of having their employees, like not firing them, but doing rotational shifts, so like people don't come in close contact. But as far as I can tell, the Ratine stuff is still on track for like shipping in mid-April. What I think of returning to the earlier, sillier stuff? I mean, in returning in what sense? As in like as a retrospective, or just like as like doing it? Right, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't think it's possible for me to like revisit it as a whole. There are definitely parts of it and parts of like, I think my music still does have like a, even if it's like more serious or introspective now, I think it has a, what do you want to say? It still has a sense of humor. It's just not outwardly like this is funny. Yeah, the fun aspect and silly aspect kind of like work their way into other things, I guess. Like something like Cattail Lake off of 2 Year, I think is a really silly song that has the same feeling that those old songs had for me, but is just like completely different and applied to something more, I don't know, introspective. It's very difficult to just like go back and do the thing again when you aren't, because like I'm a completely different person. It's been like a decade, so yeah, a lot of stuff changes. and beyond a lot of stuff even changing, it's like there's so many things that influence what I decide to, and I don't even decide what to do, they just happen. So are you planning CD releases? Yes. I actually so I sent out a message on like Bandcamp or whatever this morning about how I was doing the 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 cassettes. It was going to be this Saturday, but I'm realizing now I think I might be getting over COVID-19, so I'm doing it next Saturday instead, just to be safe so I don't like infect the fucking mail workers or some shit. But also in the pipeline regarding physical stuff, hopefully by the end of next month I'll be doing the Pure Staircase CD, which I can give you a little look. Because I'm so fucking happy with this. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Yeah, so this has like that like bar down the side. That's an OB strip that'll wrap around it. And the case is going to be a recycled cardboard case because I've decided to start caring about the environment. Both of the discs should have black bottoms as well, so the underside should be completely black. And you see this like kind of embossed like stuff on the Pure Staircase, like all that stuff there, all the embossing. That's not actually going to be printed on it. That's going to be a spot gloss on the cover, so you have to like shine it under a light to see those parts. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this out. And it's got a fucking remix by Maybe. If you didn't know, Maybe did the music for Travis Strikes Again, and he's working on No More Heroes 3, and he's got a remix on here. And I'm super psyched about it because it's a good-ass remix. But yeah, this is the only CD in the pipeline right now. Anything beyond that is just speculative, because given how things are right now, we really have to play it day by day. Most of the suppliers I work with are continuing work through this because it's easy for them to do a combination of like remote work and having like 1 or 2 people in. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, black like a PlayStation CD, exactly. How do I decide what media? Usually I think it's like, first I think of like the intention of the record, like, you know, when I do like long form stuff where it's just like you're supposed to sit down and listen to it, I like to do cassette releases because you're just like, you have to listen to it. You can't just like skip. That's not how tapes work, you know? But in the case of Pure Staircase, it just wasn't economical, and like I didn't want to lose even more sound quality because it was already made like mostly on cassette. And I just felt like the form factor was nice. But yeah, typically I try to play to the intention of the release, which is why I haven't done a lot of CDs lately, because yeah, long form stuff I like to do on cassette or like vinyl as well, because vinyl's another like sit down and listen type format. But yeah. And also partially, a part of it is like design as well. Like, I'll think about like the album's cover art and think like, okay, where would this be like really suitable? And I just kind of like work from there. Can you get shirts everywhere? Yeah, the Teespring store still exists, but hold off on it because I'm gonna be like eventually replacing it all with like all over prints of some kind. I just have to work out design still. I'm very slow to this. But yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to follow that record up with a couple more things just because I feel like it'll be nice to hear the progression here. So let me... Have I ever released CDs? Oh no. Yes. Like a lot. I've done a lot, but in very small quantities. If you want, after this we could like dig into the box. But yeah, let's do this first. The difficult situation sample is actually from, okay, it's from a 0G sample library called Skinned, assembled by Skinny Puppy. The entire sample is things get in a difficult situation, but it's not like from anything. I'm sure it was sourced from somewhere, but that's the sample pack it's from. It's a very old sample pack. How do you Kit's voice? Google Translate. Yep. The one and only. Kit's voice is Google Translate, and then I just save it as like whatever the fuck the site. It turns out like really shit MP3s. And yeah, then I bring it into, the first thing I do is I bring it into ACID and line up the starts of the words with where they need to be. Then I export that as like a wave or whatever, and I open it in Melodyne, and from there I stretch the parts I need to stretch and like tune it. And then after that I bring it back into ACID. But yeah, Google Translate, and it has to be the web one. I was asking people if there was any way I could like save Google Translate's voice like for the future, because I know something's gonna change. And somebody was like, "Oh, download the mobile app, you know, the Translate app, and just save the thing." And you can save the languages locally that way, but the voice is different on mobile than it is on web. It's a completely different voice. So that wasn't a solution. So I'm still looking for a way to save the current Google Translate voice locally. Alright, and last but not least,
Come here from where we stand and wait. I hear, beware, unplanned heart rate when we're impaired. Your hand, this weight disappears. My prayer, demand you say.
yeah, and that's where the Kitcaliber story ends for now. Oh, please, somebody port it. Still wish we'd have this broken city. Still wish we had this broken city. This broken. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Okay, so this broken city is kind of crap. I'm just saying that before we go in, okay? I'm just saying that right out of the gate. It's kind of crap. So most of the stuff from this broken city was originally released in 2008 on just a self-titled Kitcaliber EP. Then I expanded on it a little bit, I guess, and it's still not very good. So yeah, keep that in mind. This is old. This is dumb. Now that's a great question. Was it a conscious decision to make this album mono? Yes, I decided it at the last minute, and for some reason I thought it was a good idea. The version we will be listening to today is the quote-unquote lost stereo master. A few tracks are still completely in mono because that's how they were made, but a bunch of it is in stereo. Because I, for some reason, still have this. I don't even know how I found it. So just keep in mind, this is old and crap. Alright. Okay. We good? We got it? It's fire. Come. Alright, let's do this, I suppose.
Thank you for turning me on.
don't give a shit. Your lips are moving, but I'm not listening. Your face stacking up is nice, but I don't think that I'll miss it. Hey, you know I'm kind of bored. Hey, but you're wrong, I can't afford. Tried to drop you now, but I can drop you now. Even though I'm an asshole anyhow. I hear you talking, but I'm not listening. The sound of your voice is sweet, but I just don't give a shit. Your lips are moving, but I'm not listening. Your face stacking up is nice, but I don't think that I'll miss it. The sound of your voice is sweet, but I just don't give a shit. Your lips are moving, but I'm not listening. Your face stacking up is nice, but I don't think that I'll miss it. I hear you talking, but I'm not listening. The sound of your voice is sweet, but I just don't give a shit. Your lips are moving, but I'm not listening. Your face stacking up is nice, but I don't think that I'll miss it.
Your life force is running out.
Is it so bad that I want the hate to go away? Is it so bad that I want to see a brighter day? It feels so wrong when the pressure pushes me against the wall. I want to go. I want it all.
Okay, look. I'm just gonna leave this on in the background because this is wasting everybody's fucking time. What do I think about the meme? I mean, it's exhausting. It's also out of my hands. Like, when something like that happens, you kind of have to just, like, forego ownership. So, whoosh. Anyways, I'm gonna make you regret, I'm gonna make you regret you ever asked about physical stuff, whoever asked about it. And I'm gonna make everybody else frustrated with you because they've seen this a million times. But this is my thing. When I bring over the physical stuff that I've done and go through it, it's like I've accomplished something. It's the only thing that makes me feel that way. Let me just like change this light. No, it's so bright. Get out of here, plant. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in like here. Okay, so, oh my god, there's so much shit down here. So way back before anything, there was this. Oh, that looks great. I made like a handful of these, but that was it. A couple, like I think last year or the year before, but either way, a couple years ago, I made more of these and included them in some orders from people on Patreon. So it got like an unofficial reprint, I guess. Funny thing. Okay, so this album art, I didn't get permission to use it, but That's not the end of it, okay? So this is full of like bootleg remixes. You've probably heard some of these, like the Caramel Dancing remix and stuff, so it's all bootleg remixes. I found out this is bootleg art. It's like a trace of a photo that like the person that drew it like never owned up to. So double funny. How old is that? I made those at home in 2007. So like you can actually see, this is just a CDR, a black CDR. With like a printed label and just, yeah. The things I have that are closest after that are Square Dance, which was I guess 2007 as well. This was 2007. Get it right, y'all. This when 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 was still under Renard because the Queenstons wasn't a thing yet. Striker. So those were some of the early ones. Along with this other box down here of other extremely old things. Some promo like singles that I tossed in a few orders of Don't Hold Back and What Are You Inside. There's the first Tracks collection. And there's the second and the third, which was like a non-stop mix, and the fourth, which is the Mayhem stuff. Then there was this, and this, and this. Okay, yeah, the Omicron Complex Cafe Press CD is the only one I don't have. I don't even have the audio from that. I know people own it, but a rip doesn't exist. I don't even have the audio. There's Trauma. And the first anthology collection. And there's a copy of that. Did these at Anthrocon. What else is interesting in here? Mayhem stuff. I've done this a few times. I've done several prints of Because Maybe. A couple prints of It's Murder. Figurehead has been pressed like 1,000,001 times. I'm never doing it again. Wanderlust, Hellhound. Some Negaran stuff, Bandetto. The original release of this, which has like this kind of groovy, like transparent, like guts print, and it's on one of these like little vinyl CDRs. When I really started doing the restructuring into like Haley Labs, I feel like that's when the merch really started getting like, whoa, that's cool. Because up to that point, it's just like, yeah, it's alright. Like, cause up to then it's always like sleeves with like the cover or something like that. But like, this one's pretty cool, in my opinion. Tweezy on this like insane holofoil cover. This is still one of the coolest things I've ever put out. Bon Voyage. Nerves Ending with like another hollow print. And with like a silk screened disc as well. One of the bigger ones was definitely Frame Drag, which came with, you know, the vinyl style CD, as well as this little security card, which is a USB drive, and it's got all the Darius records up to that point in MP3 and FLAC, as well as something called the Hedge Maze, which is just a maze of like jumbled files and folders and stuff like that. Just something to like dig through. And at the core of it, there was a zip containing resources from 2Year that like you needed a password to open. And the password was in the promo in like Morse code. But yeah. Does Hard Membrane have exclusive tracks? Yes. I'll leave it at that. Nothing else too interesting in this box. Two prints of 2Year. They have different like disc art. I love them both. Here's the original silk screened disc art. And it comes with like a booklet too. This is the only time I've ever done like a 12-page booklet something. And here's the reprint disc art, which isn't as snazzy, but you know, it's nice. There's also, if you like zoom in real close, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on this camera. Oh, do you see it? Right there? God knows if that showed up on the stream at all. And yeah, that CD has what's called a pre-gap. Oh, what? So it didn't show up. It says refract on the CD. But yeah, that CD has a pre-gap as well. So when you put it in a CD player and rewind from track, oh, I know, and you rewind from track 1, it's got like another track before the album. Trust me, I'm manually focusing, so fucking DSLR, ain't no webcam shit. Yeah, here's this. Yep. I could turn on autofocus, but I desperately do not ever want that. Monarch of Deathrave, I love this one. It has a lot of stuff. It's got a little charm. This sick silkscreen CD with all of these bees back here. This like acid blotter style bee. And inside this little thing we have a foil print of the cover, a sticker sheet, and just this little cool little thing inspired by like the old Happy Rave CDs and Thunderdome compilation like packaging. So that one went all out for. here's DOS. I love this one. So happy with the design I put together for this. There we go. Oh my god, that light. It's inescapable. We have to work with it. This one I love too, the B-Side U 2016 full volume release. So yeah, this one, the cover is transparent. You get like this silkscreen melted disc. The second disc is completely bonkers. It's the base is like a scan of a microwaved CD. Yeah, really like that one. And yeah, fairly recently, 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 with like full transparent front and back covers. This was a pain in the ass, an absolute pain in the ass. I have very bad luck with physical releases printing properly, and this was a pain in the ass. 𝓔𝓶𝓶 instrumentals, a bonus I tossed in a few orders, and the Darius disc full of tracker files. But that's not all. Oh my god, I just realized how many of these I've done now. That's not even the cassettes. There are so many cassettes. I didn't even realize until I tried to hold them all at once. I don't even know where to start here. Let's start by making a space on the table. That space was not everything I wanted it to be. Okay, are we zoomed in? We're zoomed in. I probably don't need the wide angle lens, actually. Let me take that off. Okay. This was the first cassette I did, Character Difícil. It comes in a little like pharmacy bag. It's got a thank you sticker on it. Then inside immediately we have a sticker that says for vaginal use only. I wound up with a ton of these stickers. I forget how. And this came with some little like photo cards, a little like fake business card thing. Man, this is the most awkward fucking angle I've ever. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this was made in 2014 when like the cassette comeback was still like a glimmer on the horizon, but the guys I usually do my CDs through started doing them again. And ever since I was a kid, I wanted to put something on tape. I've always loved tape. I work with tape a lot. So I couldn't like not do it. Get back in there. Oh, right, it also comes with a statement of a bill for your stay at Haley Labs. Don't cassettes have a lot of noise? Yes, they do. There are ways to mitigate it. And part of the reason I work with cassettes is because I like, when I put something on cassette, I consider the noise floor very carefully, and decide, like, yes, it would maybe even benefit this record to have that. A great example would be the 3 times I released the Fuck This Jams, just in varying color schemes and so on. So yeah, these are like really, really noisy, not just in the sense that like cassette noisy, but they're mastered like fucking trash, and it really plays to the cassette, like it's like grimy and muffled. It sounds like a rave tape. If you have any rave tapes, you know exactly what I mean. That was the intention with those. There's Prismatic with its like glitter cassette. It's very cute. 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 Figurehead. Never doing this album again. We're done with it. Here's nite, which has a cool like half black and half white cassette. But those were like some of the earliest ones. They got really cool really quick. Here's some key stuff. Love how this one came out. Here's Future Bullshit, which has stuff from both Bad Future and Worse Future. On this adorable pink zebra print cassette. And from this point on, my designs kind of just went completely fucking nuts for cassettes, starting with frame drag. These are... It took me forever to get these fucking things done. But they're really, really cool. Each one is individually like hand dipped in a 2-color paint solution. Sorry, 3-color paint solution. And after that, there was, you know, I'm not going to pretend I know how to say this. I'm actually not going to pretend. Here's October Starlight, which has like an absurd fucking... The tape itself is absurd. You know what? That means I gotta grab. I gotta grab from the other side of the room. I gotta grab the black light. Okay, so let me turn off my room light here. And get the black light out. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Okay, Blacklight, you can get turned off. Yeah, I guess after that one, I shifted over to the new catalog numbers, which is HLCS instead of LFCT. And the first one under that was 𝓔𝓶𝓶, which is, hey, this is coming back April 4th. This is coming back April 4th at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want it, April 4th. And there was the download in Eugene one. So this was the first color I had it done in. The votes suggested that everybody wanted the purple color scheme. Both sides are the same on this one. There was a color scheme I preferred, and on the reprint, that's what I wound up using. I kind of like the power tool look of the white and yellow, so. And then there's Mind Breaking the Body, which I think is probably the most insane cassette I've done. Do I plan on re-releasing this? Yes. So, like I said, April 4th, 𝓔𝓶𝓶 reprint. But then the next thing in the pipeline is that Pure Staircase CD. Again, fucking, I cannot express how excited I am to get this thing done. I've been dreaming about it, literally dreaming about it, ever since the original release. So this is after the 𝓔𝓶𝓶 cassette, and then I'm planning on reprinting Mind Breaking the Body. VHS when? You joke. You joke. But I was deeply considering getting my first like noise set thing from the first stream where I did that put onto VHS, because the guys that do cassettes also do VHSs. And that's like an hour-long, live music thing. So it might be cool. Who knows? It's pretty much Pure Staircase live. Like, okay, and that's most of the stuff, with one exception. Records. So these have been like just such a dream to finally get done. Crates is such a good service. God bless them. They made this possible for me, because otherwise, fuck making records. Well, that like puke. 2-year. Oh yeah, this got like new cover art for the vinyl release from 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪, who also did like Wanderlust and Frame Drag. This is About and I Can't Wait on sides A and B respectively. Yep, there's that. And yeah, then this, the best selection. I'm really happy with this one. It's like the perfect kind of like everything in one place record, I think. Cell, I'm so sorry yours didn't wind up making it. It's such a bummer. I don't have any spares either, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would definitely get one to you. And yeah, that Routine vinyl is just like in production now, shipping in April. Yeehaw. That pirate oh my god, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but no, I do not. I don't even have FL Studio installed. I know exactly what you're talking about though, and it's hilarious. It rules. Alright, here. Give me just a second. Okay? Give me a hot sec. Give me a oh, I should get that lens back on. Get on there. Get on there. There we go. Okay, great. Great, back to the super wide angle. Okay, yeah, give me a second, I'll be right back. Hey, hi, hi, hey, hey, hey. The download pics. Let me... Here, you know what? Here, I got a thing for you. Here, if you check the, like, character art gallery here, you'll find links to the Twitter profiles of whoever is responsible, and those ones are all in there. If you ever need to see downloads ref page, and this is not a joke, just go to this address. Alright, okay, alright. We're back. Let me get this camera fucking... Shh. Let me get this shit situated. Good enough. Such an old SL model? I mean, it's the kimono. It's not terribly old. Have I tried playing Gradius on the Switch? No. Truth be told, I don't even like Gradius that much. It's one of my least favorite shooting games. Yeah. It's just okay. It's just okay. These things are fucking hot right now, Jesus. Oh, here, get a load of this. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. Hey, so... Yeah, I've got this character that's still kind of in development, 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪. You probably saw their name on, like, some of the everydays. But yeah, here's the ref page thus far. Yeah, no like finalized art of them even exists yet, but I had to put together a page for them. So we can get to that point at some point, whenever that point may be. I absolutely want to do a 𝓔𝓶𝓶𝓪 EP. I've just been sitting, not doing it. Maybe I can find the energy for it now that the apocalypse is happening or whatever. Do they all start in SL? No, not all of them. Like for example, Emma, the character, not Emma me, is was just designed with a friend. Nitro was built off of like an adopt base I got and designed with a friend. But yeah. Definitely do not all start that way. How much did you miss? 3-ish hours? Oh, I gotta change the stream title. Because it's not that anymore. It's, now it's... It's, take care. Take care. I'm doing a think. I would say I didn't plan this far, but I absolutely didn't plan anything. Still not particularly compelled to make something, but I know I have to. Because that's the rule. Let me move some of these CDs back across the room. Make myself some space. Yeah, everybody that's crashing, take care. What's my favorite game of the last few years? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. I feel like I have to get back to you on that one. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you'll stay to the end. Well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Yeah, I love Yuri. They're great. They've done some, yeah. Definitely also gotten things from them that I can't put on my site, or won't. Oh my god, I can't fucking see. Okay. Will this work? Oh, yeah, it works. Should probably turn on my screen so I can fucking see it. I cannot believe how terribly I've set this up. Good lord. Let me get the filters from this. Put them on this. And I'll just shove myself up in the corner. Oh my god, did I already have it set up there? I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah, there it is. Well, whatever. Do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? Go straight to 6. Alright, gotta turn off the noise gate. How many scenes do I have? Ugh. A few. Like, I don't know, I guess 40 scenes across 3 profiles across 2 installs of OBS. A few. Actually, no, there's a great fucking idea. Does anybody have any questions about OBS? Because good God, I will give you the answers. How to make everything better? Well, that's not a question. Yeah, 8's grenade, man. What's the effects program you use? Effects. For what? Oh, no, that's in OBS. All of it is natively in OBS. Like, it going from here to here, this is just OBS doing that. Or like this thing, how it like comes in like this, that's just OBS, there's no video files there. But yeah, the 3D model's a GIF, but like, give me a break. This is all OBS, like that feedback effect. It's not a video, that's all real time. This over here, and its transition into and out of it, that's just all in OBS. All OBS. I only use stream elements for the the emote and like follower notification things. Yeah, the rest is all OBS. Oh, fuck that. Get this shit out of here. I'll show you. Oh, Jesus. I'll show you a couple things. First, let me just like get some. Let me just get some tunes happening or something. Alright, get me out of there. Put that back up. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. Okay. Tunes. I'm just gonna put on like Bonkers 13 or some shit. Bonkers 13 is a safe bet. Okay. Yeah, I will show you some things. First, I have to just mirror my current OBS install. I already did this Broken City. Audio response to transforming? No. I have a bunch of like tricks that can like do something similar. Good lord, why is it mirroring install so slowly? Oh, I see why. Let me just... Sorry, this is going to take like a couple seconds. Alright, come on, Windows, get the files fucking copied. Okay, great. So what I'll do is I am going to hop over to a different layout. I know it's nothing right now. Give me just half a second. Okay, add display capture. My other screen, get up there. Time to run 2 copies of OBS. I believe in you. Come on, computer, I believe in you. You can do it. There we go. Alright, so here's just another copy of OBS running. So yeah, my scenes look like this. Or if I go over to this one, hold on, let me turn this down because this might be a little bit loud.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
So yeah, all that's done in OBS. There's no video or anything there. Where's the fucking album art? Does it need Winamp? Sure, I guess it does. Let's try that again.
Welcome
There
to the
it is.
fantasy zone.
Yeah, OBS Studio is OBS. If you look below my stream on Twitch, you'll see a column that has tools I use with OBS, like whether it be like plugins or like shader files or things like that. Because yeah, I do use a number of things, whether it be like custom filters or plugins, or like I use this thing called like the transition override matrix, where going from scene to scene, different ones have different transitions. I use a spectralizer to like display audio as like this thing here. Let me go to blank. Audio visualizer, desktop audio, yeah, just like these little things. And for filters, I mentioned shaders, which is probably like the most powerful thing as far as OBS compositing is concerned, to give you an idea of like what shaders are capable of. Here's some OBS shader porn for you. That's the wrong resolution. That's entirely wrong. Okay. Yeah, so there's some OBS shader porn for you. Nothing pre-rendered or anything like that. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it looks goofy as well because I'm capturing... There's this goofy thing where I'm like, to get it to do like the blur in trails, I'm capturing the display I'm sending it to, and then like doing effects on that. There's no easy way to break these down. Yeah, I want to start like documenting how exactly I put these things together, and yeah, it's just a case of like where to even start. Yeah, you can't, if you want to do video feedback, you can't make a scene output to itself. You have to do a display capture of the scene. So like, to do the trails in this, I'm doing a display capture of the display that I'm sending the preview to, and you get all these like blurry trails. You can even see it on the mouse there. To make it more obvious, we can disable like the blur and the color correction, so yeah, you see. Make a new scene. The thing about making a new scene is I don't have the time, because I thought about doing it that way, like, okay, let's make a scene, but I have no idea what even kind of scene I would put together. Like, would I just put together like a visualizer scene, or, because I don't really know, because putting together a scene, what do you want to say, like just for general use, doesn't really just kind of doesn't just happen. That takes like a lot of planning and whatnot. Like my main like, oh well, I gotta change resolutions again. Yeah, like the main scenes like this, it's like you don't just kick up a scene and suddenly you have it. This went through like several iterations. Oh, that's all fucked up down there, whatever. Yeah, my instinct whenever I start a new scene and people ask about like what cool stuff you can do is to just start doing the visualizer thing, which like I don't think is the most useful for most people. How do you make the display? Oh, yeah, I'll explain the visual feedback thing. It's complicated. So you need two screens for this. You can not do this properly with one screen. But you output your preview of OBS, like you can tell this is a preview here, to the screen, and then you capture the screen you're outputting to. The other way to do it is pretty hacky, where you do like a display capture. Let's just drop this here. And you capture the screen, you know, you're working on, which looks like this. But then using the crop commands, and this, once you do this, you can never move OBS again, because this is effectively reliant on where OBS is positioned on your screen. So we just crop in to our preview window. So like, there's a preview window we've cropped to it, so now if I, yeah. But of course, the second I move OBS, it's all fucked up. Oh, damn it, right, I don't have my music ticker. Fuck. There you go. Now you have the music ticker at the bottom left. Let me switch to... Man, I do not have this set up for this. Fuck. You know what? Give me 5 minutes. Mostly because right now I'm scatterbrained as hell and just need a couple minutes to fix that. so give me like 5 minutes to fix my brain. Oh yeah, the windows in my layout and stuff like that, those are all like images and shit like that. Anyways, weep. Okay, hi, hey, hi. Are the aliases gendered? I don't know. Depends what they are. Depends what they're listed as, I guess. Yeah, I think 𝓔𝓼𝓼 is like not sure / doesn't matter / not disclosed. I'm sure I've used both she and they, not even thinking about it. So as for download, who knows? God, I guess he, they, either or. Okay, so took a couple minutes to regroup, and yeah, my brain is just mush. I am not capable of doing anything that requires intelligence right now. So I think what I'm gonna do, because it is 6 a.m., I think I'm gonna call it for the night, and I'll be back in like a couple days or whatever the hell. Expect to see me around. Hopefully we'll do some more like music stuff like soon. Cause yeah, the last DJ set thing was fun, and yeah, soon again more. But yeah. As for now, I should probably rest my brain. But take care, and I will see you all again soon. Stay safe and do the thing. Stay safe, stay home, or do whatever you can. Peace out. That's wrong. Get that display capture out of here. Okay, peace out. Take it easy.